This is your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is made possible by the Randolph County Commission, First Light Coffee, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College, and the venue at 5 Points Farms. Here's Dr. Don.
Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. What a mess we have outside this morning, and it's going to hang around for a minute. We even have a chance of severe weather. We'll tell you all about it coming up in this morning's edition of your Primetime Forecast, brought to you by the fine folks at Anchor Roofing. Mr. Joey Knight can handle all of your roofing needs, and well, all of the rain and storms we've had here recently, it is a good idea to get in touch with Joey and have him come out and give you a free, honest estimate on your roof, or just to check it and see if there's any damage. There may not be, but he'll give you a good, honest opinion, give you that estimate, and you'll know where you stand. You can talk to your insurance company, and then you guys can work it out and get that roof repaired. And speaking of your insurance, don't forget about Jamie Dukas. He can handle all of your insurance needs, both in Alabama and in Georgia. You can save money with Alpha Insurance. All you have to do is give Jamie a call at 256-831-7770. You can also click the link at the top of the video, or you can scan the QR code that you see there on the screen. Jamie Dukas can save you money with Alpha Insurance across East Alabama and West Georgia. Also, folks, don't forget to head over to the Dr. Don Weather Store, where you can pick up the T-shirt that you see me wearing this morning. You can also get that coffee cup. You can also pick up baseball caps. We have hoodies and sweaters. Lots of merchandise there on the Dr. Don Weather Store, and you're supporting Dr. Don's Weather at the same time. So be sure and check that out today as well. All right, let's jump into the weather. Lots to talk about. We want you to make sure you head over to our YouTube channel and click subscribe and that little bell so that when we go live to cover severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that push notification. We may have to do that today and again on Saturday if things come together just right. Now, the big, overwhelming threat we have over the next couple of days is going to be flooding. We are looking at between a total of 3 and 4 inches between today and Saturday. Really, that's the overall event. We're probably looking at an additional 2 to 4 inches between now and Saturday. We've already picked up a little over an inch, probably close to 1.5 inches by now, because we've got some heavy rain on going out there right now. So we have a flash flood watch in effect all the way through Saturday afternoon for East Alabama and West Georgia, and the reason being what you see right there on the screen. We're talking total rainfall amounts starting yesterday and counting all the way through Saturday. We're expecting 3 to 4 inches through Alexander City up through most of Randolph County back over Clay. Same extends on into West Georgia, into Heard County, up into Carroll County. Most everybody else is looking at 2 to 3 inches. But again, folks, don't get caught up in this graphic here. We don't know exactly where the heavier showers are going to set up. And in those locations where we get some training that takes place, where you have the same storms running over the same locations time after time after time, like we've seen back over central Mississippi, you could be looking in excess of 4 inches of rain. I mean, some locations could end up with 5 and 6 inches of rain before all is said and done on Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. So just be mindful that the ground is relatively saturated before this storm system even moved in. We've received a tremendous amount of rain the last month or so. So it doesn't take a whole lot. If we were going into this event in a drought, then it might take a good bit more rain to cause problems. But with the ground already completely saturated, it doesn't take much. I mean, we've only received probably less than a half inch of rain up here in northeast Georgia, and the Chattahoochee's already rising. And we've got 3.5, 4 inches of rain to go. So we're anticipating some flooding issues up here. Don't think it's going to be widespread and massive, but you just never know, because being in the mountains, you have that basin and all of that rain drains into one river. It's called the Chattahoochee. This is where the Chattahoochee River starts up here just north of Helen, Georgia. So sometimes the old hooch can get mighty angry, and this may be one of those situations. If you're in East Alabama, West Georgia, you're coming up for the weekend, or if you're watching us up here in North Georgia, and a lot of folks do, then just be mindful of the Chattahoochee. It can rise really quickly, and it falls just about as fast, but it can cause problems. So we're keeping a very close watch on that this morning. All right, let's take a look, because we also have a severe weather threat as well. So let's take a look. We have a threat today, and we have another one on Saturday. Now, today's severe weather threat is marginal, which is a 1 out of 5. It's the lowest category we have. And, I think the biggest threat is going to be damaging straight-line winds. The tornado threat is low, but it's not zero, so keep that in mind as well. And I think the window of opportunity for East Alabama and West Georgia comes, probably 3 p.m. through about 6 p.m., maybe 2 p.m. through 6 p.m. I know it says 1 through 4 there, but that 1 o'clock would be back over toward Tuscaloosa. I think it's probably going to be 2 or 3 before that window cracks over here in East Alabama, and then it will continue on through about 6 p.m., moving to the south. We'll have a thin line of thunderstorms, and some of those storms could go severe. Again, this is not going to be a red-letter severe weather day for East Alabama and West Georgia, but understand there is that possibility of a few strong to marginally severe storms this afternoon. Then looking at Saturday, we'll have that final push move through here Saturday afternoon, and here we go with another risk, and this one's going to be a little bit better than what we see today. We're looking at a slight risk, which is a 2 out of 5 across East Alabama and West Georgia. We're talking a brief tornado will be possible, damaging winds of up to 60 miles per hour. That's in that yellow area, which covers all of the Dr. Don coverage areas in East Alabama and West Georgia. And then if you're in the green area, basically Birmingham north and west, and then down there south of the I-85 corridor, you're in a marginal risk, which is 1 out of 5, where we could have a brief tornado and damaging winds as well. But that will be more likely in those areas you see in yellow, which, pretty much I-85 up to I-20. East of I-65 and over toward the Atlanta area. So that's kind of what we're looking at this morning. Two opportunities of severe weather today, and a better chance on Saturday, and copious amounts of rain in between all of this. I think tomorrow we won't see coverage quite as much as what we see today with the rain, but there will be periods of rain tomorrow, and then we have that big extensive rainfall comes back in on Saturday, pretty much a washout Saturday up until maybe late afternoon or early evening. So that's kind of where we're at this morning on the severe weather and flooding threats for East Alabama and West Georgia. Let's take a look at your current conditions. We have 61 degrees at the venue at 5 Points Farms, and 5 Points, Alabama feels like 61. Wind out of the northeast at 2, gusting to 4. Humidity is saturated 100% this morning. Barometric pressure at 30.16. The dew point 61 degrees. We've already received a little over 1.25 inches of rain, and this reading was taken about 15 minutes ago, so it's probably even more than that now. This is in the past 24 hours in 5 Points, Alabama. Your rain gauge may have a little more or a little less. High temperature yesterday was 65. We do have rain in the area. Sunrise this morning, 6:39, and the sun sets this evening at 5:07 p.m. Going to be a cloudy, rainy, and windy day. Winds could gust as high as 25, 30 miles per hour. At times. 71 will make it this afternoon in Roanoke. Will hit 69 in Ashland, Lineville. Wedowee and Woodland somewhere around 70 degrees. Wadley will top out around 71. We'll hit 70 over in Franklin, and Valley tops out this afternoon at 73 degrees. 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Yeah, we're going to give you a 100% chance of rain today. Showers, thunderstorms, windy. Some of those storms could be strong to marginally severe this afternoon. 71 will be your high, down to 62 tonight. We'll maintain a 60% chance of rain during the overnight, though I don't think coverage will be quite as good tonight. Then on Friday, again, periods of showers. It's not going to be a complete washout all day. 68 will be your high, down to 57 on Friday night with a 60% chance of overnight rain. Then on Saturday, here comes the final push to all of this, and I think it will be a wide coverage washout kind of day as we go through 3/4 of Saturday. I think the line moves through late in the afternoon. Then we'll go back to just scattered showers throughout the night on Saturday, maybe some mist early on Sunday. And then we go partly sunny by Sunday afternoon, back to full-blown sunshine on Monday and Tuesday, and we cool off a bit, too. We'll only make it to 53 on Sunday. Some locations may struggle to get out of the upper 40s. And then on Monday and Tuesday, we'll be in the low to mid-50s for your daytime high. The only chance of going below freezing will be on Monday night with a low of around 30 degrees. But again, don't lose sight of the fact we do have a risk of severe weather this afternoon and again on Saturday when that main line moves through East Alabama and West Georgia. Look at this mess. This is the Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar, and we have got rain stretching from Charlotte, North Carolina, all the way back to Dallas, Texas this morning. And every bit of that is headed in our general direction. I'll draw your attention back over Mississippi. And portions of Jackson, Mississippi have already received about 5 inches of rain. And you'll see that they've already got, they still have a strong line of thunderstorms back over Alexandria, Louisiana that's moving in their general direction. So we got some flooding problems taking place in Jackson, Mississippi, and all of that is moving towards central Alabama. It'll be in here later today, and perhaps this afternoon we'll see the heaviest rain of this entire event. We also have some strong thunderstorms taking place from Shreveport down to Alexandria, then down to near Lafayette, Louisiana, and that's going to be that line that may produce some strong to severe thunderstorms later this afternoon across East Alabama and West Georgia. I think it'll be after 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon before it gets here, but that's going to be the area we'll be keeping an eye on for the possibility of a severe thunderstorm or two this afternoon. We'll take you in a little bit closer on East Alabama and West Georgia, and you see the rain coverage, heavier showers down there approaching Columbus, Mississippi, Columbus, Georgia at this hour. And then for the most part, we have just light to moderate rain occurring between I-85 and I-20. Some heavier showers there just south of Peachtree City up along I-20 near Carrollton. We have some heavier showers there, but also some heavier showers building now back off to our west from about Pell City down to Childersburg, and all of that will be rotating through East Alabama and West Georgia over the course of the next hour or two. Don't forget to follow us over on Twitter. It's at DSTREN1040. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at DrDonWX.com. That's our home on the World Wide Web. Also, if you hadn't already done so, you gotta send the word alert to 256-540-8664. You see it right there. Make sure you do that if you live in Randolph County so that you'll get important information. You know, in a situation like today, if Cornhouse Creek gets out of its banks over there on the Tallapoosa and starts flooding 33, then the Randolph County Commission, along with the Randolph County Emergency Management Agency, is going to start sending out information about that. So you folks who live and work or play over there on the western side of Randolph County will know that 33 is impacted by potentially some flooding waters. Now, I mean, that hasn't happened. I'm just using that as an example. As to the type of information you get, if you text the word alert to the 256-540-8664. So make sure you do that today. And regardless of where you live, if you will Google your county or municipality, I'm pretty sure you're going to find a website for that county and municipality, and on that website, there's most likely going to be a mass notification option for you in your county. So be sure you sign up for that today. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's a service that you pay for through your taxes. So take advantage of it. If you're going to pay for it, you might as well use it, right? So sign up for your local mass notifications today from your local emergency management offices so that you'll get that very important information. I mean, we use Code Red up here in Northeast Georgia in White County where I work and live. But everybody has one, just about. So check it out today. If you need assistance finding that for your county, just send me a message on Messenger. Heck, I'll go out there and get the link for you and send it to you. It's that important. I feel that passionate about it because that's a great way of getting good local information during times of severe weather or any type of disaster that may be taking place. And you're not going to get spammed with a bunch of nonsense either. They're very careful about sending out information so that you won't think they're crying wolf. They're going to give you what they got, okay? All right, so also, if you own a business and you would like to be a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather, we really would love to have you, and we do have several openings right now. So all you got to do is send me a message on Messenger, and I can have you started by the time we do our very next weather forecast. So we'll be watching this throughout the day. I've got issues up here in Northeast Georgia I'm going to be dealing with as well. So we will plan on covering today's event through post on Facebook. However, if we were to get into a life-threatening, serious situation, we will go live, and we'll have the information for you here on Dr. Don's Weather. Try to stay dry, stay indoors as best you can. It's going to be a wet day across East Alabama and West Georgia, and we'll see you back in here next time on Dr. Don's Weather.
This has been your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery. Dr. Don's Weather is supported by the Randolph County Commission, First Light Coffee, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.